Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. This is our weekly crypto review every Sunday on YouTube at 16 UTC. So I guess we're at like episode 55. Wow, we've been doing this for over a year now. And that's what we set out to do. Actually, we started the first week in January of 2023. And we basically just started this show as a way to just create like a pretty straightforward investment plan for altcoins. And we thought we'd make this show every Sunday just to basically review kind of how we go about trying to trade this crypto cycle that historically has just been sort of like a 4-year cycle based around the Bitcoin halving. It's kind of played out the last couple times for sure. 3 times really. Every cycle has followed this kind of similar pattern where post halving Bitcoin usually starts ripping and rest of the market gets drug along with it to Valhalla. I guess they say. But hey, everyone! I see some of the regulars saying hi in the chat. Hey, what's up, Lee? I always see your tweets trading away on the traditional market. So hopefully that's going well. Nice to see you staying active there. And David, what's up? DMAC, hey. Michael, hello. Michael is recently one of our Capula One people, and we're actually starting our Capula One course actually tomorrow. So our second round is starting up again. Suppose if you wanted to sneak into that, we'll let you in it over the next few days, but we got to close the registrations here pretty soon because we don't want anybody falling behind. So you better hurry if you really today would be the day. But we could probably let it slip for a few days here into the week. So if you want any more information about that program, it's basically it's designed for new people to trading, but also I would argue that anybody that's struggling with trading or having difficulties, I think this program is great for you too, just to clean up your business a bit. A big part of this course is just focused on like the fundamental process of trading and how you build a foundation around that so that you can go out and trade any market in the future. So if you're having a hard time right now, my guess is it's because you're not following a plan or you're not practicing good risk management and you have emotional issues. Those are usually the problems. It's rarely just technical analysis, ironically. Like, I don't know, learning more technical analysis won't solve your problems if you are struggling with as a trader. I think you got to learn the process first. So I think this course can help people from all levels, actually. And funny enough, if you're brand new, you almost have a little bit of an advantage because you don't have to go back and correct all the bad behaviors that you've learned. So being brand new is actually kind of a nice spot to be in. And of course, if you love crypto, like most people do, if they're listening to us or considering taking our course, then I would say timing wise, it's a pretty good time to start learning how to do this. Starting to get to the place where it might be a little late for this cycle even. So if you're trying to get your investment plan in order, maybe you just this is the first time you've watched this show, I think you still have time. It's just, patience is going to be key to let some of these things come back down to viable locations. But I don't think we're in a full-on bull yet. Definitely have had some bullish activity, but I don't know if we can. Well, let's just put it this way: the Bitcoin halving is in a couple months, 2 or 3 or 4 months. When is it? It's in May, I guess. Early May, I think it's targeted for at the moment. And usually there's a dip like around the halving, like into the halving or right after. So probably will be some sort of dip. And that's going to be our viable opportunity that I've been talking about here for a couple months now, at least it seems like. First, I was kind of like looking for the market to dip maybe into the end of the year. Of course, that didn't happen. And instead, Solana meme coins went apeshit for December instead of any sort of like end of the year slump. There definitely wasn't that in crypto. In fact, the altcoins had like a mini bull run for the last quarter of the year. And I suppose that's still continuing, although now there's a lot of altcoins that have sort of rolled over, and then some are still popping off. I did get a double today on NMR, so there's definitely things that are still pumping. Like, and man, not to just tout my wins, but look at this chart. This thing is, NMR is like, it's an old favorite of mine, actually. Wow, it's still ripping. It's up quite a bit since the last time I even looked at it. This one's actually got like an AI. This has an AI story to it, but it's been around since I think 2017. Even this is the first time I remember hearing about this Numerai, I guess it's called. And if I remember correctly, it's some sort of AI-based trading algo kind of thing. I don't know the details, so don't quote me on any of this. But I do think it has some sort of AI narrative, which I think is interesting. And for sure, the AI narrative is going to have some sort of part of this crypto story going forward, even if AI doesn't really, well, even if crypto and AI don't fully turn into like the greatest thing since sliced bread, there's still going to be tradable opportunities in like the AI narrative in crypto. And of course, Render being sort of the front runner of all that early in the year last year. But nonetheless, so I did, all I was saying here is some cryptos up, or some altcoins are up, some are a little bit more rolled over, and then the sort of leaders are all ripping, or have ripped of late, and are kind of like up in nosebleedy areas. But man, this is like a really nice chart. It's got everything. This is everything that we're trying to do in this show or in our altcoin investment anyway, which would be simply just, a coin like this that's been around for a while. This is Coinbase's chart, and even Coinbase goes back to June of 17. So I guess I'm guessing it was a little older even, but maybe that's when it actually opened. But anyway, anytime you can find like an older coin like this that has a previous cycle, we're just always looking for the bear market to resolve and some sideways consolidation after that bear market, and getting down into levels, down against the old like structural levels of the previous cycle. I mean, if I drew a line from this is the double, this W breakout here, kind of ugly, but that's the basic double bottom that broke out into the bull run. And if I just drew a line at that breakout level, what a surprise that the low of this cycle so far is that level. This is why I say everything I'm trying to do going forward here with altcoins is buy this level right here, essentially. I'm just looking for a retest of previous structural bottoms. If I drew fibs off here, I bet you that's a kind of looks like an 88 sixer to me. Damn, I have too many. I don't even use half of these templates these days. They're all just various versions of the same thing. I could probably stand to clean up my fib templates a bit. That's like many years of templates saved that I never use. This is below 88.6 even, but point still applies. Like if I can find a previous cycle W bottom, and then price is dumping down into that level, I'm happy to just hit that level at this point, because I do believe, and this, of course, this was back in June of 2022. So I'm kind of, I'm sort of looking way back in the past here, but I'm trying to talk about the future here. So like, I believe that we're basically heading into that bull run right now. And I think that any opportunities we get like this are gifts. So if I can buy any dumps down into W patterns like this, I'm going to do that. So like even going forward with this, I don't know how high it'll go here, but I'll just keep drawing my fibs. And honestly, I kind of like, it's in this case, I'm going to use that low back here. You could use one of these lows if you want, but for now, I'll just use that low, and I'll just draw my fibs here. And I'm guessing I see a little bit of a W here, like down in this area. It's kind of a weird little W, but if I drew that same kind of line off that level, and then just kind of highlighted my 78.6 level here and drag my fibs up so that level lines up, could sort of, that makes sense. This high here, that's might be where NMR is going to go before it rolls over. It might just rip up here and to $40. Point being, though, is when it comes back down into that level, that's just a buyable opportunity, in my opinion. So, anyway, this is a nice. Well, I kind of got a little off track here, but I'm looking for pullbacks into the previous cycle bottoms. That's a huge part of this. But I was also just commenting on what a nice chart this is. This is a perfect accumulation year kind of thing. Like all last year when we were making this show, we were basically just talking about the accumulation year, and that's this right here. This was June of 2022, and then this most recent W broke out in October of 23. So, a little longer than a year of basically. Now, to be fair, because crypto's volatile, there was still plenty of doubles to even be had buying inside that range. But this is a range, so we've been, basically ranging here for a year. And what does it take for this to be a real bull market? I mean, a close above these levels makes just this massive big W. So if we can close up here today and maybe close above this level, then I think that there's a pretty good chance this thing starts trending higher, at least, a little bit higher. There is this high here that's got to be sort of broken out too. But the real point I'm getting at is this is exactly what a preliminary bull market looks like. I don't know it's just that simple. If we just try to keep it simple here, this is exactly what a pre-bull market looks like. You can imagine, back here, same kind of thing. Like on that close here, the weekly close right here that basically broke this same kind of big ass W out. That was the start of the bull. So are we starting the bull right here? Maybe. Nice chart. So I only got one double though this week, so I think the doubles are slowing down for sure on the regular kind of these type of names. Throughout December, it was pretty insane, just banging out doubles every day. So far this week, like I said, I just had this one, and I think I had two last week. So it's sort of slowing down, and that makes sense because let me pick a different name there's names like this that are ripping. Like there's some things that are breaking out still. It seems like less of the market's breaking out at the moment. And there's other things like what was I just looking at that's rolled over a little bit? I was just like Ave, I think was one. Let's like got a nice bottom, but it's pulling back into. So like here's like this isn't exactly what I would say ripping right here. It did have some steam behind it, but now it's got like basically an M top here. There's a little M in there. And we are coming back down into like sort of the bigger W breakout level. So we're getting into buying opportunities here on Ave. I did take a 5-minute scalp trade on Ave yesterday and got blasted out. As a loser using our THG, but it happens. But my point is so something like this, I wouldn't say this is like ripping to new highs right here, right? But it certainly is getting into like what I was just talking about. We're getting into like this structural bottom here. We're starting to get into reload zones. So anywhere down below $79 or so, I think is very worth considering a buy. Now, like if we were to look at Ave on something with more history, I don't know. Was that the beginning of Ave here in 2020? I don't think so. There's got to be more than that. Let's see, maybe like Binance, Bitfinex maybe? Well, I don't know. Maybe Ave did only come out then. I feel like it was older, but well, I don't want to get off track too much. The point is here is if we were to look at a like was there a W back here? I bet you there was some sort of W here, and prices just came back into that W. So location was great through the whole accumulation year. If you could have bought against the bottom of the range anytime through here, I think you're doing pretty good. Even though Ave didn't really perform as great as some of the other names here. I don't know. I'm just sort of using this one as an example to prove not to prove, but to just show you that I don't know if we're going to have a bull market or not, but when bull markets happen, they usually happen after something like this. That's all I can say. I don't know. Maybe this craps out and goes to new lows. Certainly possible, but that's about as nice of a chart as you can find. I mean, I'll pick, here's another one, CGLD. I guess I'm just jumping right into some names for the hell of it. I don't know. Never really have an exact plan of where I'm going to go here, but But man, these are nice looking charts. That's all I could say. So they're worth talking about. Like here, this is CeeLo, um, and it's like the same as Aave. So this one did break out pretty good. Did it double out of the W breakout? It looks like 48 cents. Oh, I know it did actually because I got a double. Uh, well, it actually didn't double from the W exactly because that was 48, 49, and it only got to 91. I did bang a double out on this one though, so I was in against the lows. Guess I don't really have that drawn on here though. Well, anyway, I mean, still, this one's an exact perfect example of this thing I'm talking about here, where I believe that there's a pretty good chance the bottom's in on this. I mean, I don't have like past history to work from here. So this one is like, a newer, well, it didn't have the same kind of cycle last time around. But nonetheless, it had a pretty nice accumulation period all through here. Started Wing out. Nice clean little W here. Broke out hard. You can even see this little Wyckoff check here as a nice entry off that W early on. If you were just going to hit that level on this first breakout, maybe you missed it, so you just patiently wait. Perfect example of that Wyckoff check kind of thing. And yeah, this thing probably could easily keep going higher until whoever the buyers were down here starts selling it off again. But it also could just as easy. You can see there's an M here, so there's lots of M's in altcoins. On the weekly and daily now. Let me see if I can put like a line chart on here. You can see that M better. So that's kind of like the warning signs that this is rolling over a little bit, which is what we want, I would argue. Because I want to buy this thing right here at 481, 485, somewhere right there. So I suppose for me it's just like I'm like either you take your shot or you don't. I'm not trying to I don't know if I'm going to be right. I don't know if the bull market's going to happen. I don't know if crypto is going to go to zero. The only thing I know is when this sort of pattern starts presenting itself, the probability goes up that like they're going to rip it down here really briefly and bounce it. So there's just a few names to chew on that look really nice. I suppose I'll back up a bit and look at Bitcoin really quick. The only point I was trying to make is, there's a lot of altcoins that are rolling over. So some are ripping, like that NMR is just sort of starting its rip right here. So it doesn't have an M, but there's a lot that look exactly like this. They're starting to pull back, and I do think that dip's coming. So as much as I'm a full-on bull here, I believe there's going to be a pretty big dip to give us a chance to get into these. So, and really, if I wanted to back up that statement with some technical analysis on Bitcoin, then it's pretty, it all kind of fits together, right? So like, I think we need Bitcoin to dip a little bit to get that dip in altcoins so that we can buy them. And Bitcoin looks like it could easily just fall out of bed at any moment, really, to be honest. I mean, we hit 61.8 already and got strongly rejected, and now we're bouncing up into the short reload zone, which is very shortable. So same conversation as last week. We have a 3-bar top in on the weekly chart, so there's a 3-bar pattern that's suggesting, it did fire a sell signal. And now we're just getting the dead cat bounce up into short reload zone. So, I think Paul already has his orders probably working to short the market right here. So on lower time frames, of course, but even you could see shorters starting to step in as early as 61.8, or shorters like us, people that are trading the way we trade. You could see members of our group happy to probably start stepping in right here because we hit this like. This was into a fundamental event, hit a pretty serious objective, got strongly rejected. So now as we come up and eat up that wick to the, this wick up in the air here, as we get into this short reload zone, I can't fault anybody for thinking that there's short opportunities right up in there. Whether you're going to try to hit 61.8, whether you're going to try to hit 78.6 area, or whether you're even kind of shooting for more like FUs, like maybe they take it all the way up and just basically take the liquidity out of the highs here and then roll it over. I think there's a relatively good chance that Bitcoin will roll over again if it gets up into this area. So we'll see what happens. But that's what we want to have happen if we want to buy altcoins. And then on the downside, 38.2 to 50% pump chaser zone sitting right here at like 36,000 and down to like 32. And I think that's a nice place for a higher low to come in. So I think Bitcoin's still in this higher highs and higher lows uptrend, and any sort of move up into here is shortable. Maybe even get a net M if they're nice, and then a move down into this zone and a W would be sort of like the ideal situation in my opinion. So Bitcoin just keeps making higher highs and higher lows. Basically just makes a higher low right here. Make my drawing crazy. And this right here is going to be the buying opportunity in altcoins, or this dump here is when we're going to try to buy altcoins. And then when this W comes in and Bitcoin starts taking off again, we can start thinking about new highs down the road. And that's going to be the bull run in altcoins. So just because I said it, it must be true. I'm trying to will it. The only reason I'm doing this show is trying to will this into existence. I don't know. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy, but I think what I just said here makes, if we're just trying to put the pieces together, it all kind of makes sense. Now, I suppose on the flip side, Bitcoin could just rip to new highs, and then we're still in a short reload zone. So Bitcoin has a lot of wind in its face. That's not totally true. Bitcoin's in an uptrend, so their wind has been at its back. But to be fair, it's got some traffic to deal with right here, and I definitely think people will be stepping in shorting here. But if it does blast all those shorters out, it just ends up in the larger time frame short reload zone, and it's got to deal with that. So it's not like, Bitcoin's kind of come a long way. It hasn't recharged recently. This has just been straight up now ever since the breakout. I don't know if you want to call that the breakout candle. That was October of last year, so it's just been kind of like straight up since then. So I think Bitcoin needs to recharge. And if it goes straight up from here, it's just going to have more of a need to recharge. So I think that's like reasonable. So that's what I'm shooting for. Could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm sort of winging, or that's what I'm going for at least. And I'm going to work my bids on altcoins like the ones I just showed you, just to have them working. So when this dump happens, I'm already getting filled, because I don't think that it's going to last. I don't think the dip will last that long, to be honest. I think we'll be lucky if we even get the dip, to be honest. So, and I think we will. I don't want to make it sound like I'm FOMOing. I don't. I actually think there's a really, really, really good chance there's going to be plenty of altcoins to buy in reload zones. Now, whether or not we buy Bitcoin in reload zones, the reload zone for Bitcoin right now is all the way down at 28,500. I don't know. We'll see. It's like my experience tells me that, yeah, you should be prepared for that to happen. And then also my bias tells me there's no fucking way that's going to happen. But I'm just kind of kidding. I think a mountain man tag could definitely be in our future, 28,400. That doesn't seem, that's just filling in all this open air. And I even have that line drawn there right at mountain man, which is kind of, that wasn't really a W. It was sort of a W breakout here. It's a little steep. So I don't know. There is downside possibility for reload zones here in Bitcoin, but man, could you imagine the support here? I feel like there's a lot of support right here at 25. It would take a lot to break that 25 level. And if we do that, we're starting to change the structure here. So that wouldn't be that kind of, God, if that happens, that will change the sort of halving kind of thesis, I think, if we start taking out like these 25,000 lows, because it's just going to get too late into the year by then. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably just real quick, Paul will jump on here and talk about our altcoins in a minute. Maybe I should talk about Ethereum a bit. We could look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, or Ethereum versus Bitcoin really quick too. And then I think move on to those coins. I sort of feel like mentioning the stock market's just ripping though. It's worth just, I won't take tons of time here, but this is the SPY S&P 500 ETF, and it's definitely not FUing. So, well, at least this doesn't look very FU-like to me. I talked about maybe this becoming an island top here a couple of weeks ago. We did gap up there, and we could have potentially gapped down the next, this last week here, or this week, I should say, and then set up a possible reclaim of this range here. That would be like pretty pretty common type of price action. You know, when we break a new high, it ends up being a fake out and we just have to come back into the range. And I mean, that still could happen. We're just a couple weeks into, we're 3 weeks into new highs now. But it doesn't really look like it. It's like they dipped it early in the week. They tried to dip the market and then finished really strong. So I'll just, I mean, that's fascinating. So we're in like a full on bull here. And I think I said this in the show last week. I don't know. Or maybe it was on my Tuesday show. I can't remember. But if I want to be like I mean, I am in the guild of bulls. And if I want to be a bull, it's fun to just think about this bull. And man, let's see if the stock market. The funny thing is, people are so there's so many like doomsdayer. What do you call them? There's so many people that just are dumbfounded about this rally, and they want to like, it's like they almost want a recession or something, or they want the market to go bad. But man, I think all those people are going to have to swallow their pride. Anybody that's too bearish on Twitter right now. And I don't know. It's hard to. I don't want to get too bullish, break into a new high here either. For that reason, I just said, it is often the case that we run out of gas and things have to come back down into the range. But look at OBV here, just ripping, almost making a new high here. Like, let's see if OBV actually takes out its old highs this week. And I just see this ABCD and laugh, going, man, the stock market's going to like 600, the S&P. So we'll see if that happens. But man, if anything, you could argue there's sort of a head and shoulders down here. And I suppose that target would be somewhere up in this area. I don't know how to draw that head and shoulders exactly. It's kind of weird. But I don't know. We'll see if this actually plays out. But damn, things are looking pretty bullish. Let's just put it that way. The stock market's looking pretty bullish, and crypto's looking pretty good. Like, it could definitely go into a ripper this year. Now and I'll just leave it at this. There's nothing particularly bearish here. So I don't know. We could look at like a daily chart, just looking at higher highs and higher lows. 4-hour chart, higher highs and higher lows. I'll leave it at that. Although I could talk about this stuff forever and it's hard to stay on track. I don't know if you guys saw Facebook took off on Friday too. This is the kind of market we're in, I guess. Like Facebook, I don't know exactly what happened, but oh wait, that's the wrong chart here. Let's see. I don't know what that pith is, but now TradingView, well, I'm on crypto here, I guess, but I hate how TradingView defaults to those pith names sometimes if you're not paying attention for stocks. I don't know what that is even, but look what Facebook did this week. And it was yesterday, really. It gapped up. I mean, that was like, I think it added like 2 billion to the, or something crazy to the market cap. I don't know. I saw some stuff people were saying about that, but man, what a rip. I don't know exactly what happened. There was some earnings, I guess. Yeah, it must have been on earnings. I don't pay much attention to Facebook, but I saw that and was just like, holy shit. So I imagine the NASDAQ must be popping pretty hard too. Not as much as it's just kind of like the S&P. Anyway, I'll move on from the stock market. Sorry. Just the only takeaway from that is the stock market's just making higher highs and higher lows. And I guess is what a Brian Beamish like to say, show me a high and I'll show you a buy, which is not his statement. I don't think that's just sort of old school market kind of quote. But yes, if we're, the trend is your friend and the trend is up. Let's see, what else can I impart to you? Well, I was going to look at Ethereum really quick. So, geez, I'm bouncing around a little bit, but I'll just say Ethereum looks weaker than Bitcoin at the moment. And I think that's again, also this dip, where the altcoin dip I'm looking for is also showing up here on Ethereum versus US dollar. I think it's fair to say that this doesn't look, well, I shouldn't say it looks weaker than Bitcoin, as a matter of fact. I should just say it looks a little bit like it's teetering here. We didn't get like we got like an inside bar here. It's not really a 3-bar top like Bitcoin did. This is and I guess I don't know the correct, I suppose people could look at inside bars a little differently, but to me, I see the whole range of this week inside of the range of the previous week, and then a loss of that low. So that's a different type of pattern. It's a 2-bar sell pattern. Probably not as strong as a 3-bar fractal, although the fractal certainly could come in as soon as we lose, well, that's not really a fractal, sorry. So anyway, we got an inside bar signal, so less of a signal than the Bitcoin signal. But when I just, even this week's looking pretty, eh. This kind of looks like Solana is doing this, just putting a wick to the upside right now, looking like it's running out of gas this week. Some other names like in the sort of Solana realm like that too, like the platform names. But anyway, point being, Ethereum's just been trying to stay above the range here, and so far its support's still holding at the top of the range. But it kind of looks like it could easily start falling back down into the range. I don't know. Doesn't look particularly ripping here. So we'll see. There's sort of some equal lows kind of set up here now. So they probably at least will play with that area before, taking it higher maybe. But I could see Ethereum coming back down here. And I suppose pump chaser zones at like 2012. So yeah, 2012 to 1805 would be the pump chaser zone. So it seems like they could easily at least bring it down into there. This is sort of fair value gap, open air kind of stuff. Just fill this. Maybe that's enough of a dip to force altcoins down a little bit, but it doesn't look particularly uppy to me. It's kind of come a little too far too fast in this move here, and then it could easily just sort of have to bump around here. And I suppose a range is being established here with the top of the range in the dump chaser zone. So, maybe Ethereum just has to bang around for a little while here before it can do anything. To me, this just supports my idea of buying altcoins. I kind of want this to just fall back in the range here. And lastly, I'll just mention ETH against Bitcoin, which is hilarious to me because, well, I don't know. I've said I wasn't too bullish here. I mean, this was that Mountain Man tag on Bitcoin ETF narrative news event. Basically, right when they hit Mountain Man on Bitcoin during that ETF announcement, they FU'd this low on Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and then sort of the sentiment shifted into Ethereum right on that moment. But this is a great example of how trend lines don't really resolve until you see like structure on the other side of them. So we're still battling this trend line and might just have to keep playing with it. Hopefully it becomes support here. Well, hopefully if you're an Ethereum bull. Like if we get on the other side of the trend line and start, it might be support at least. But until we see like a real W here, I don't think you can say this is bottom. So this also calls for that sort of idea that we'll probably get a dip in altcoins. Because what I'm seeing here is this is probably coming down into this green box. Like, we'll see what happens, but I don't see a W bottom here. I actually see a giant M. If you put like a monthly chart on here, isn't that an M? I mean, it's barely confirmed, but there's just a big M where we basically just FU'd the lows there. Looking at it, a monthly chart here, wouldn't you, if this was like a altcoin chart, wouldn't you be hunting? I would be hunting down all the way down here at 78.6. And it looks like it could easily just sort of, to be fair, this is kind of a lot of down here, so there might have to be a bounce first, but it seems like we could easily end up down in here. So that'll be the, that's just another sort of like warning signal that altcoins probably will dip. That's about it, I suppose. I mean, I could keep talking about, there's some things interesting in crypto stocks. There's a lot of names to buy. I think really on Tuesday, I'll make another show on Tuesday and I'll try to get into the actual bids I'm working on altcoins. Paul will talk about the bids we're working on the altcoins for this plan today, but I'll do that, and I'll do crypto stocks again on Tuesday. I'll just I'll leave those till Tuesday. I'll just end with saying Coinbase is kind of interesting to me though, because I did want to just point out one thing about Coinbase, which is sort of that same trend line thing. So like Coinbase is kind of doing what Ethereum Bitcoin's doing. It's going to have to mess with this trend line for a little while. I mean, there is a head and shoulders here, and the target was 197, and we never hit that. So I bet we still hit it. And we basically just got 38.2 rejection, very common. Dead cat bounced right up into 38.2 and rejected all the way back down to the neckline of the head and shoulders, which typically is support. So it's not a surprise we're catching a little bit of a bounce there. But you can see how it's just getting rejected at the trend line again today. So I think the crypto bull market probably fires up again as soon as this W's out again on the other side of the trend line. Because right now it's just like, this looks like sort of like a scam exit, like some sort of exit pump. I think even like, I don't know, did Kathy Woods sell this top? Somebody probably pretty large, sold that top. Um, looks kind of weak, but the only thing I really wanted to say is let's watch Coinbase as our proxy for the whole market. I think that's fair. And when this W's, that's probably going to be a sign that crypto is ready to get going in earnest. Because I think Coinbase's base is in. Coinbase's base is in. I think this is a nice bottom, and of course the IPO was up here at 380, and they took it all the way down to 32. Damn, that's insane. And really, the real winners of the last cycle, in my opinion, were the directors at Coinbase. They were like the absolute G's the last cycle because they basically dumped on everybody right here in April of 21. That was the first opportunity that they had to truly exit their positions in Coinbase, and they did, man. They fucking dumped. I know I could keep talking forever, but damn, it makes me curious. Like, have they bought that stuff back? Like, have the insiders bought Coinbase back? Let's see what FinViz says. Wow, that's a lot of red. They're still selling. February 2nd. I don't know who that president and COO. Wow, they're still dumping. God, look at Fred. Well, Fred Ursham did buy back, and he sold 12 million, 13 million almost on the second. Dang. Wow, so they're still dumping Coinbase here. He was buying, if I remember correctly. It doesn't show it here, but that goes back to July. But I feel like I remember seeing that Fred Ursham had bought some shares back, and it's hard to say. Maybe these are, well, it usually tells us if they're option exercised or not. So these are actually like purchases that these people are dumping. There's some kind of big numbers. I mean, these are big numbers. The Fred Ursham's, he's still getting rid of, I mean, 10 million, 13 million, 13 million. That's the dollar value amount, 14 million. Man, he's been unloading this year already. This is still just this year. So that's not a great sign, I guess. But I think my point still applies. Wait for a W in Coinbase on the other side of the trend line, and that'll probably give us a good proxy for the whole market. Anyway, I think that's enough for me for my intro. Paul, are you still hanging out, listening? Maybe it's time to jump into some altcoins here.
Yep. Good evening, everyone. I'm still here. I'll start with the plan as usual. I don't know if you managed to switch already on my screen.
I'm in the process here. Let me just get you up.
Okay.
I just have to delete some just get everything sorted. Yeah, so we're looking at the Road to Financial Freedom plan.
Well, we have the same plan. I will repeat for new people every time. This is a complete spreadsheet, entirely for free. Just come here, make a copy, use this plan, and you can see, read me first, investment statistics, strategy plan, and here we have this plan, the Road to Financial Freedom. We have the proper spreadsheet, and then if you want to use dollar cost averaging, a new plan or something like that, you can have here, you can put your own plan. So we are working with this plan, pretty simple. We are still in this part, in the part where we are using little old lady. So we'll buy lowest possible, we'll sell half and a double, and we'll repeat the process. I think after the halvening, we should reassess, and I think we can change the approach. But for the moment, we are still in this part. Nothing changed until now. So last time we spoke about the first 10 coins, and we finished with SHIB. And this week we'll start with Litecoin. Well, Litecoin looks interesting. If you remember, when we did this, we put this limit order here, price was here and was pointing higher. A lot of people told me that I don't think Litecoin will come back to your 50 level. Well, was close here in August, is close now. You can see 67. I don't see new catalysts for Litecoin, and I think Litecoin could could touch that entry we have. We don't have a fill yet on Litecoin. Let me check. Yeah, we don't have a fill, but it's not any problem. We missed this entry here in 2022, and you can see no hurry up after that. If we miss the sell half on a double from this level, well, we should wait for a similar level or even a better one. So on Litecoin, you can see low, high, altcoin kind of long reload zone 78.6 to 88.6, and we are waiting in this area for a fill. Nothing changed. We have a weekly W here, but to be honest, looks like a fake out. I don't like this week to the downside. I don't like the next week. I think we should wait. We should wait. Maybe we'll get a fill here. 0. 0.5. If will be the case, we can buy lower another 0.5, or we'll reassess after some time. After Bitcoin halving, I think it's okay for us to reassess what we'll have on Litecoin. Doesn't have too many, I don't know, catalysts. Doesn't have a narrative, a story. So we'll pump at this point in time. It's an old shit coin. Yeah, Bitcoin is gold, the Litecoin is silver, but seems like silver doesn't have a good price at this point in time. At least for the moment. I didn't saw anything interesting in the last couple of months about Litecoin. They pumped it just before the halving, if I am not mistaken. So, in conclusion, Litecoin, we should wait at the same level we decided first time. Nothing to do here. Now, let's take a look at the next one, and that's Tron. I remember on Tron, I said last time that I'm not fucking chasing, and I don't want to chase Tron because it's too high. Well, it's still too high. And you can see here, we had the setup here. We had the setup, but not our level. But a trade was here. We are waiting to buy here at this support and resistance level, a pretty good level for us to buy. But here we had on weekly chart, we had an LJ. Yeah, so price is going down, consolidating. We have this trend line, and we have a W the other side of the trend line. Well, if you bought this W, you are in a pretty good shape right now. I didn't do it. You can see W, breakout, retest, classic trading, and then up. What I'll do, I'll wait. I'll just wait on this one for another retracement. I think I'll let this level here, but in the same time, I'll wait for the Tron to finish his pump. And then I could do something like this. Well, you can see we already have. We can think alt reload zone or classic reload zone with 61.8. If we are looking left, well, in this case we can think about somewhere in the middle. Look left at this level, just below 61.8. You see a lot of confluence, but I'm not buying straight the level. Okay, I'll put a limit order here now. I'll patiently wait for a new W to form. If I'll not see a W, I'll wait lower and lower and lower. So I'm not chasing Tron. There are a lot of projects with a lot of potential, 10x, 100x, and so on. So why I should chase Tron at this level? I don't think it's a good idea. So on Tron, I'll keep the limit order, and I'll try to hunt. I still have another 0.5. I'll try to hunt another W here and maybe chase it a little bit. Not the best solution, but it will work with what we have. So that's Tron. Let's take a look at the
Man, I
next
find
one.
it hilarious
Well,
that Tron's just been like quietly grinding higher. Nobody ever talks about it. It's processing like probably
yeah,
billions of USDT a day.
and Justin Sun is really quiet, working away. I think he sends something from CZ, and he's I don't know, quietly looking on the window. Let's just call it that way. He saw what happened with CZ, and is I don't think he's the best moment for him to be too vocal to tell something. He's the only one who didn't had any problems until now. Legal problems, I mean. Was an ambassador of some small country, I don't know, something like that. But they make a lot of money, that's for sure. Okay, let's see AVAX. Well, on AVAX, we said we'll buy this level and the other level, and you can see market said, Paul, next time bounced. We waited for 7.10 and the market bounced from 8.5. So, well, sometimes it's happening like this. I had this W here, a clear one. I didn't pay enough attention to move to remove a order here and to buy this W. Well, after that, you can see what happened. I posted a lot of tweets in when the market was here about AVAX. I even retweeted some big influencers, not influencers, some big smarter people with a lot of followers. Let's just call it that way. And I managed to buy some AVAX at $10, but not with this plan. I even tweeted about Stars Arena and that when the price was here. And I said, okay, this price will not stay here for a long period of time. Well, on this plan, I didn't do anything, so I'm still waiting with the limit orders. You can see now the long reload zone shifted a little bit to the upside. If nice move to the upside, that give us a really nice idea that this market wants higher. So if I'll see a retracement here in this area below $20, and I'll see another weekly W, I'll try to cancel one of these orders, probably the lowest one, and buy some in the next W. For the moment, let's just wait. If you want to put a limit order, okay, the best thing you can do at this point in time is something you can do. You can see this initial W. No retest, no wyckoff check. This is your level. So $12 kind of idea, just put a limit order there and forget about it. Without stop loss, if you are using this plan, that's kind of idea on AVAX. Now, we should wait for a clear retracement. We should wait to see what will happen at this support and resistance. Let's hope for a deeper retracement, for a new W. Now it's too high. I'm not buying AVAX at $35 for this plan. That's for sure. Okay, so on AVAX, we don't have a feel. We are just waiting, and we'll probably reassess if the market will come back here in the long reload zone. That's AVAX. Let's take a look at the next one. Well, Uniswap. That's a nice one. Well, let's see what Uni did from the last. Well, on Uniswap, we have a fill, but we don't have a shot. Market, it's still in the same big range. You can see bottom, the strong bounce, and we formed a clear range, and we are playing around here. We have a fill here. We bought 0.5. Well, we missed the shot with a little bit, 80 cents or something like that, and nothing we can do here. If I'll see the market going back down here at the where I bought last time, and I'll see a new W and I'll see a strong signs, I still have another 0.5 to deploy here. And I could buy another 0.5, do an average between these two orders, and put a new order, cancel this one and put a new order to short. If this range will be a long one, well, okay, buy low, sell high. Hopefully we'll get a sell half on a double and so on. Keep going until the market will go exponentially up. For the moment, it's consolidating in a nice range. And you can see, if you will zoom out, you can see the range, well defined, really clean one. Nothing is happening. The longer the range, the stronger the bounce. At least that's how some traders are saying. For the moment, nothing to do. We have this fill. We have another order a lot lower for a Black Swan event, and nothing more to do. So let's wait for a shot. Unfortunately, we missed the shot here. Okay, so that's Uniswap. Let's take a look at the next one. Well, Atom didn't perform too well. Let's see what we have on Atom. Same kind of idea. Didn't perform too well. Uh, was a lagging one, lagging altcoin. This until now at least. The potential on this one, if you are looking at the all-time high, $44. Now it's at $10. Well, I don't know if it's the best one. If it's the best level to buy it here, yeah, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But buying here at $5, I still think it's a good idea. I still think it's a good idea. Let's see if we have the same level here. Yeah, $9. So I think it's okay to keep that order. At least if we'll have a fill at $5, we have some potential to the upside. From 5 to, let's say, $50, let's say that will break the all-time high. At 10x until the top of the market, acceptable for us. But here at $9 or $10 to 44, well, I don't see so attractive risk to reward. Maybe I'm wrong. So we'll keep our order. We'll keep our order at $5, and nothing we can do here. I'm just waiting for a sweep of the lows, get me a feel, okay, and then we are set to go. Well, next one, it's our favorite, one of our favorite charts. Not quite, but it's there. That's Link. And on Link, we have a sorry, we have a similar situation. Look at our limit order where we said, okay, we'll buy, and market stopped just 10 cents below our limit order. Well, that sucks, but nothing we can do now. Someone said here, and we bought some Link. Stefan said here it's a deviation. He had a setup here, breaking the lows, reclaiming the range, and we said, okay, let's buy this one. We bought the bottom here, but on this plan, on Road to Financial Freedom, we didn't have a feel. You can see how close it was. Nothing we can do at this point. Well, for this plan, we should wait back in the long reload zone. And honestly, looking what we have here, here is too high for us to buy. We are not chasing here. I think alt reload zone is the best. Why? Look left. If the market will drop with some event or something, here will stop a little bit. Here is the base in this range at the 50% level of this range. So if you want to buy a Link, don't chase it here. You don't have the risk reward to buy it here. Just put a limit order, in my opinion, put a limit order here at 78.6. And I think we can keep this order here at $4.6, but let's buy some Link if we'll touch 78.6. So we can put another order here, and let's say we'll buy 0.5 at 78.6 fib level. We had a clear consolidation here with a fake out, with everything you need, breakout. A retest of this range should be a buying opportunity for us. I'm not chasing here. Here in I don't know, below 20 and above $10, I'm not chasing. It's not a good opportunity, at least for this plan, for this kind of investment. So here we did something new. We put a limit order at 78.6. If we'll get a fill, then we know what to do. For the moment, it's still pushing higher, you can see. Could do an AB equals CD? Yeah, an AB equals CD will point higher, a lot higher, but nothing for us to do. So let's just say this was AB. Let's just clone this one and do a CD. Kind of a bot setup here on weekly chart. Not something we can trade, but it's there. So you can see $25. Looking left, well, we have some confluences. And if you want for more details, okay, let's take the high. Let's take the low. Let's draw some short reload zones here. Let's see, 30.2. Well, hello. You can see AB equals CD will point out in the dump chaser zone kind of idea here. Well, if we'll get there, I'm still not shorting Link, but at least I know hit the target, and I should update my my fib levels, and I should No, I know I have a different area for a long reload zone. For the moment, on this time frame, on this plan, nothing to do on link. It's strong, I like it, but nothing we can do here. So let's just keep it that way. Next one. Well, Monero, I think we have a fill on this one. Well, no, we don't have. Let's see where it's this one. Same story like on link, you can see. A nice story, didn't take the level, and that's it. Or we put it below. No. Let's see. June, no. Was just before we did this one. Okay. Buying a $97, I still think it's a good idea. You can see it's going sideways. Testing this low could give us a nice opportunity. Well, not too many people enjoy or see it like a favorite for next bull run. You know why? Nobody or the big guys they don't like at all. They don't like coins with privacy. They don't want to see something like that. They could be able to I don't know, do different stuff, but for us, for public, they are not okay with that. So that's why not too many people are bullish. Has a utility. A lot of people use this one for different stuff, good or bad. Is not this show is not for that, but I think 97, $98 it's a buying opportunity for us. What will how will perform after that? We don't know. Hopefully we'll get a $200 level. We'll sell half on a double. We'll have some free coins, and after that, it's not up to us. It's just that simple. Okay, so nothing to do on this one. Let's just wait at the same level. Bitcoin Cash, the real Bitcoin. I'm joking. It's not the real Bitcoin. It's just Bitcoin Cash. Well, here we have a different story. A really nice one, actually. You can see we bought the bottom, pumped really nice, sold half on a double, and we are trying to reload. And you can see where we are waiting to buy another 0.5. It's just that simple. We'll reload here at this level. If the market will give us a nice opportunity to buy, okay, why not? But at this point in time here, above $200, nothing we can do. If it wants to go higher, okay. Well, P cycle top will tell us when we should sell our free coins. With this plan, it's really that simple. We have free coins, and only P cycle top could tell us at what level we'll sell that free coins. Nothing in between. Okay, that's Monero. We should reload. We spoke last time when we reviewed the Bitcoin Cash. This is the level buying 0.5 again. And we have two more. Aptos. And let's see Aptos. Aptos. Well, clear chart. You can see up, down, long reload zone. We managed to get here in this level. We bought 0.5. We sold half on a double, if I'm correct. Yeah, we had the short. Now, reloading at the same level. It's that simple. Reloading here in this area. I don't think we have better levels to reload. We bought this one. We should buy another round at 5.5 or even lower. So we can buy at 5.5 or still keep the level here at $1. Let's see what will happen. But at this point, we just got a shot, and we should wait with a limit order at 5.5 or lower. Just 1 second, please. I cannot speak anymore, so okay. Aptos, nice pump when they listed on Binance. Nice retracement, really clear one. Nice pump again. Nice reload here. We got a shot. I think we are trying to form a range here on Aptos. If will be a long one, will be even better for us. That because we can buy low, sell half on a double, and repeat the process multiple times. A lot of free coins, well, even better for us. So that is Aptos. I think reloading at 5.5 is a good idea. And the last one, well, this is an old shitcoin. Link. Where is Link here? Same story. Maybe I was a bit a cheap ass, greedy goblin. I don't know how you want to say it, but just missed my entry. No, not Link. The other one. I spoke about this one. X Lumen. Sorry, guys. X Lumen. Old shitcoin, but 0.5 here, sold half on a double, and reloading at the same level. I think it's a good idea. We have reload in week in here and at this level. And I think it's a good idea at 9 cents to reload. Or you can wait for a new double. But we already have some free coins. I think it's a good idea. I don't know if it's the best idea, but we can keep this order here. Who knows what will happen. But in this, what we see in this retracement, okay, it's a range, a big one, a nice pump that give us a nice feel. And reloading at the same level seems like a good idea. Well, that was the last one, Xlumen. Let's zoom out a little bit on this one. Let's see what we have. You can see when I said about a range, this is the bottom, this is the pump. We can play around here between 20 cents and 10 cents. If we'll get a fill at close to 10 cents, we have good chances that we'll see a pump to 20 cents. And we'll sell half on a double and we'll repeat the process. How high this one could go until the top of the next bull market? Honestly, I don't know. It's an old shitcoin, has a lot of history. There are a lot of coins in the market. I didn't saw too much development, too many news about Xlumen. They have something similar. This is echo pumping Ripple, or Ripple is echo pumping Xlumen, things like that. Okay, these are the 10 coins we spoke today. I don't think it's too many things we can do. We just wait for that levels. Kevin told you that he's bullish. I'm bullish also. Maybe even more bullish than Kevin. But let's not ignore the fact that a black swan, or well, just let's not call it black swan. An ugly event could happen anytime. Like we had March 2020 with COVID low and so on. Things like that tend to repeat just in that the same period of time, close to the halvening. So let's wait and see what will happen. Yeah, the halvening will come. People will say, okay, let's buy Bitcoin because it's the halvening and will probably go up. And at some point in time, we'll maybe get a dump, and maybe we'll get some bad news in that time. Maybe investors or big money, they want cheaper Bitcoin. And you know what will happen. They all scary the beginners to sell the Bitcoin. That will be a good opportunity for us. Not necessarily for Bitcoin, but some altcoins could give us some really nice levels. Well, on the Bitcoin part, on the trading part, not too many things to say. You can see here I'm trying to trade, but in the weekend, look what happened. Nothing. So you don't want to trade something like that. For the traders watching this live stream, don't play around in this environment. You are just asking to be stopped out. New coins. Well, we have Jupiter. pump and dump. Really nice pump on KuCoin, at least, not on everything. But buying below 50 cents, I think, not buying. Let me get it straight. Dollar cost averaging at 50 cents or below, I think it's a good idea. I saw some FUD on Twitter, seems like, about Jupiter yesterday. Some rumors that didn't respect every condition, so they got tricked, or some guy managed to farm with 9,000 wallets and got $1.7 million worth of this coin and so on. Well, the bigger the FUD, the better the opportunity for us. Seems like a legit project, and I think it's a good thing to respect the risk management. Don't accumulate more than 5%, but 2% to put in this project below 50 cents. The lower, the better. I think it's not a bad idea. But keep in mind, it's just my opinion, nothing more than that. Well, that was my overview about the coins we have in the weekly crypto review. I think we'll let Kevin to do the giveaway. Uh, Remember that we have another giveaway posted on Twitter. Is pinned here on Twitter. It's a bit different. Beside what we are doing every Sunday, we said let's do a special one. So, first placed one Solana. How much will worth in next Sunday? I don't know. One premium month access on Crypto Traders Arena, beside what we have week by week. So the next time we'll give away two places. And I said 200K when. At that point in time when I did this giveaway, there are more money. Now it's not looking so great, but it's still acceptable. I'm actually trading this one. You can see the same strategy, pretty simple from my side. Okay, altcoin reloads on W, breakout, retest. I'm long. I move my stop to scratch already. I don't know what will happen. This one could pump and give me a 10 to 1, 10 R, or could go back to my entry and stop me out. But after I move my stop to scratch, nothing bad could happen. Well, just an offer. If you want to participate, this one is a bit more complicated. You have to like, retweet, and in that retweet you can tag 3 friends, or you can tag 3 friends beside that retweet. That will qualify you for this one. I said that I'll add for on this giveaway, I'll add another an NFT. So we'll add that one when we'll do next Sunday, when we'll do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway and the draws in this live stream. So next Sunday we'll see who won 1 Sol, 1 month premium, and who won 2000 K when. I still think when has a chance for a meme coin. It's quite good and could pump until the top of the bull market. But I have to respect my plan and buy just a small amount. Well, that's about it from my part. Like Kevin said, Couple One will start next week. So Kevin told you already about that. Kevin, you are here. You can do the giveaway if you want.
No, I'm not here.
Well, I need to take a break because I cannot speak anymore. I don't know what happened.
All right, no problem.
My throat is.
I could do the giveaway, and I mean, I gotta say, I'm pretty bullish on Jupiter, both WEN and JUP. I don't know the exact like token realities of those two tokens, but I do think that Jupiter is going to have a huge impact on the crypto this cycle, and I kind of like the Jupiter guy, Wormeow or whatever his name is. I like the way his attitude is. Like, I like reading what he posts and stuff. He seems to have like a likable attitude about things. And either way you slice it, Jupiter works damn good. Solana trading works damn good, and I think you at least pay a little bit of attention to that. And I think it's worth having a little bit of Jupiter and When, to be honest. I'm holding my airdrop from When, and I guess I'll just see where we're at in the top of the market. We'll see where When's at down there, down the road. But
Yeah, and Jupiter. What I noticed, what they post that the team sold a lot of a lot of coins here just to have an edge in the market. For them to have cash, it's a good strategy.
yeah,
But seems like they didn't dump it too much. The price hold. I think some smart investors with big money they just bought all the dips here, and you can see the price is holding above 50 cents.
yeah,
Will dip below that level? I think so. I think there are still some people with a lot of airdrop worth of this coin to dump.
yeah,
Big ones. I'm not talking about small fish with who got 200, 400, 1000 Jupiter. Big ones.
yeah.
But that will be a buying opportunity for us.
Yeah, and I've been, I don't know if you're just answering Andre's question, but yeah, I've bought a little bit of Jupiter here. And I actually been playing with, I have a dollar cost averaging strategy running on Jupiter for whatever that means. Uh, maybe go play with that if you,
I bought I bought pre-market at a higher price, so I'm underwater on that position. But I did a dollar cost average on KuCoin, so my price is not so high. I bought in pre-market at 69 cents, a small amount, a really small one, $100, something like that. And I bought a lot more on KuCoin to get my price down. So I'm okay. If the price will dump even more, I'll dollar cost average until 2% of my portfolio, and then I'll have to stop and wait for a sell half on a double.
and I guess, Andre, are you asking about, I'm not sure what you're asking about, Andre, with FinViz, but I was just looking at the insider selling of Coinbase earlier on FinViz. Um, at the bottom, if you scroll down. Anyhow, I guess we could do the giveaway really quick. Enough talk about Jupiter. Although I don't know. I'm a Jupiter bull. I don't know about, again, I should clarify that though. I have no idea how the success of Jupiter, the entity, relates to the success of the coin. Like, to be fair, I don't know, but it seems to me like it's a pretty good. It's
It's
going to
kind
have
of
an
a
impact.
BNB for Binance, same
Yeah,
kind of idea from
yeah,
what, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they can pump it to in a bull market. So, uh, got a nice list today. For whatever reason, we had like quite a bit more tweets than normal, so that's a good sign, I guess. Or quite a bit more retweets, so a lot more people are entered into this week's giveaway. Got everybody up here on the wheel of the wheel of fortune, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. Without any further ado, I'm gonna hit this button, see who wins. See D-Max in the list, so we'll wish him the best of luck as always. But here we go. I'm gonna hit this button, see what happens. And yeah, while it's spinning, flip your coins. Marianne 90210 90201, right next door to Beverly Hills. Pat Sajak. Yeah, so sorry, I just like lost my train of thought. So Marianne 90201 is our winner, which
Well, Marianne, reach out to me on Discord and see if you are not a premium member already, you will get a 1 month premium membership. If you are a premium member already, then you can choose another month of premium, or you can choose a one-to-one with me, Stefan, or Kevin.
yep.
So that's the giveaway for today. A lot of people, I like that. I like the new people join this giveaway. And if we'll see some interest there, we can add something different. We can put more things. It's just a fun way to keep the community engaged. And I think giving a, I don't know, 1 month premium membership, I think 1 month on premium, you'll see how the community works, how are the ideas. If you are posting good ideas, if you are posting before the entry, and things like that. So I think it's adding some value. You have access on more documents. You can see a lot of ideas we are posting. And even on scalping level, we put the degen room, scalping and meme coins and everything on premium. I think even that one, if you are already you know how to manage risk, that could add to your trading. That could you can understand if you are already a trader or not, or you can inspire from time to time from our ideas.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. We have any requests?
Oh, I guess I didn't really think about the requests. It doesn't look like there's any in our room. See if anybody messaged me.
Well, in that room on Discord, we don't have anything. On the chat, I don't see anything. Maybe I'm wrong. We have another, I don't know, 20 minutes max until we'll close the live stream. So if you want us to take a look at something, just type in the chat.
And in the meantime, we'll just look at Fartcaster. Wait, what did I just do here? I just killed my I guess I went to full screen on Dex Screener. That was weird. How do I get out of that?
Where you want to go, DMAC? I see you are typing that you want to pack your things and move to after 14 months. Well, you had 2 or 3 months of premium membership you won on the giveaway, so I think it's fair enough. I'm not deciding who wants because you saw are pretty correct at what we are doing. It's a clear giveaway, but I don't get your message. What you are talking about? It's totally up to you, though. So
What the hell am I? I've just been. It's funny. I was laughing at this Fartcaster earlier, but now I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, damn, that looks pretty good.
I see a W for me there.
But I guess I would
Well,
comment on Solana memes seem to be running out of gas. To be fair, I don't know if the
yeah.
hype is so. I don't know. Be careful aping into this shit right now. I think the window is kind of closed for the moment. I think it'll be back, but I'm trying to focus on
Yeah.
some of the blue chips. No, they're not really blue chips, but I am still kind of like I'm not like aping into these brand new Solana memes at the moment. I think I'm just gonna take a break from that because I think that the momentum's not really there right this second. And of course, Wen and Jupiter
I
take.
don't see too many good names or new memes.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm still in. I have the same situation. I still have a bag of Popo and even 10 NFTs from them.
yeah,
So, but I'm not selling. I prefer to see them go to zero. Okay, that's it.
yeah,
They're gone. Than to sell at the lows.
yeah.
I'm not selling I'm not selling the bottom. That will hurt me more than seeing them going to zero. So no, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not either. I'm not. I mean, I'm like kind of nibbling into some of these like Solzilla I pulled up. I have been nibbling on this down here. I've been nibbling on like the ones that I kind of like Punky. Let's see what Punky's doing today. That one dipped
Well,
down.
a lot of influencers are shilling Ponke. So
I mean,
they could do another round.
but I mean, hopefully you could see, like, look at this. I mean, this is exactly the thing I talk about constantly, right? The W came in 78.6. They bounced it right off 78.6. So I was buying into that. The only point I'm making here with Solana memes is I'm still going to kind of like quietly sort of accumulate some of the ones that I think might have a chance in the future, like Solzilla, Ponke, Popo. You know, Popo's maybe kind of a long shot, but I still, they've really knocked Popo back down, man. Holy shit. What's it doing today?
Yeah.
It's just, well,
I
I
think
mean,
the
it's like
NFTs.
Solzilla. Uh,
I think they have the NFTs back at the minting price. So
oh. So yeah, there's stuff like this. This is like a total Hail Mary bet, right? It's like if these guys can keep it together into the bull run, then it's probably going to do okay, but maybe it just falls apart. We don't really know. But I mean, it's 267K market cap. That could easily become 10 million in a bull market. So I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of upside.
definitely.
So like
Yeah,
that's one.
I'm not selling my bag.
What else is I've what are the other ones I've been nibbling on? Let's see. Where are my favorites? Well, Salama also, that one's a little different
I
because
need
it's
I need I need that one to go a bit lower.
yeah, that one's been
Solana, but
stronger.
it's a good one. Yeah.
It's starting to break though now. It's broken. So I actually did kind of liquidate right here when we lost the two. I did unload some of this right here, and then it ultimately broke because once I saw the moving average just fully taken out here on the well, it was yeah like under here. I just kind of was like, fuck it. I'm cleaning up business a little bit here. I'll probably reload down now that it's a 78.6. But like that one's one that might hang in there. What's some other ones that might hang around? I think this used car maybe. It looks horrible now, but used car is a pretty good meme. So maybe this thing gets back, can get it together down the road. No bottom here. So if you're buying this shit, just know that it's. I mean, this is complete degenerate gambling. So just be careful. But I suppose what are the good names on Solana? I suppose Pith is one which isn't really viable. Jupiter, when maybe. What are the other, like? Let's find some of the like. What are some quality names to buy on Solana? That's what I'd like
Well,
to
you
see.
have Drago.
Drago,
Drago, if you want.
man,
Yeah,
Drago will
it's not the
not give
same.
me a double. I swear they just don't want to give me my double here.
I know. He's touching the. He's going back in the long reload zone now.
Let's see. Do
Had
I
a
have my?
nice move up.
Yeah, I got two cars here, and my doubles are just up against new high or just a break of the range, and they just never wanted to give me doubles on this one. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I like this Omni, and I don't know. The only reason I really like this one, I mean, location wise, it's pretty good now. It's come down into 88 sixes, 78 sixes, and there is a base, but I'm sort of intrigued by this one just because I like the idea of it. Is it's like a cat meme, but it's also on Ethereum and on a bunch of layer twos. Like it's on like Ethereum, Polygon, I don't know, Arbitrum. I can't remember which ones. Maybe it says right here. Yeah, like I mean, their whole thing is it's like a omni chain meme coin. I like that idea. I don't know. It's on 7 different chains altogether. Sort of
Well, give me a
intriguing me.
W there, and I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Frogo, you forgot about
Oh yeah, Frogo is
Okay.
sort of a long shot that we took again recently.
Yeah, that motherfuckers they didn't
Oh,
post from beginning of the January.
that doesn't look
Sorry.
particularly great. That doesn't look well trending down hard. Well,
Well,
it is a good example of you can see how like the W is trying to come in, and then this is sort of the state of Solana meme coins right here, just fake outs left and right. So be careful.
yeah. Well, you can buy $5 worth of it and forget about it until the top of the market. Either it will pump and give you some money, or just
Yeah.
you can see where they started is pretty close.
Oh, sorry.
It's totally up to you. It's not something. It's not something we recommend to buy no, it's just a long shot. Their start was nice, clear sight, nice idea. Uh, Everything was working fine until they stopped tweeting.
Yeah. And this is the thing. I mean, yeah, it's a nice idea. I was just looking, it's only a 10K market cap right now. So, I mean, that's the thing is
Yeah,
if you want to throw a little bit of money at this, and I'm talking about a little bit, like I wouldn't go very deep into here, but it is like kind of an interesting thought, like of, you throw a little bit of money at it and you just kind of hope and pray. And if they can get it together, I could see this thing easily, this is how you make 100
yeah.
extra potentially if they can do, because it is a cool idea and it does have, I don't know what the status of the project is, but it's Lord of the Rings. They have a pretty funny website. I don't know. It's like Pepe, Lord of the Rings. uh, but one thing I'll say is I like to use this 21 EMA as like my trend kind of idea in these shit coins, and like perfect example of like if it was gonna go, it would have had support. It tried to get support here and go, but it couldn't, and it just again just fake out, just like here, So that's kind of the thing is like I really want to see a nice solid W right around the 21. It kind of tried right there. It just couldn't really. Oh yeah, and then Guac, Hanya was saying Guac, and I had started to pull that up because Guac. This one is like I guess like a decent FA name. I think I know that Bochan likes it. I think he does. Maybe it was Couture, Bochan, one of those guys. They like this, and I did notice it was ripping here. I don't have a very good level. I thought I was in at a better level, but let's see if I have it on my. Yeah, I started like buying it in here, and of course never got a double, and then now it's looking pretty. Well, it was looking pretty good. It's sort of falling back apart here now, but I think this is like a pretty decent FA name. But buying it right here, I don't like that idea. I do like the idea of maybe buying it down in the 23. This is versus Solana, but like whatever that is, 2300. So this one might be one to watch. I think this trades on exchanges too, though. Nice rip here this week. I don't know what happened. They're gonna need to push it higher to get my double though. Wojak USDT. Is that a Solana name or should I look at that just on TradingView? Let's see. That's on Mexi. Well, nice almost retest here, I guess, was the last opportunity to buy. That was probably 78.6 of the range. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if this is a Solana name or not, but look at that tag of 78.6. I mean, it just again further proof that 78.6 is an awesome level in general. I mean, you could see how they just basically kissed it here and bounced it. Doesn't mean it's going to the moon here, but that's why we hunt this area. Sure, in this case, like would I've been maybe also interested down here? Yeah, like on the W, like does it make it all the way down there? I wouldn't be surprised if it does. It doesn't look like it's bottomed right here per se on a weekly chart. Like we could look at a daily and just see that it's got a 3-bar fractal here. It's a nice trade. Like that would have been a nice place to just go and get into a trade. But as far as like a bottom here, I don't know if it's actually bottomed yet. Let's see what happens as it comes down. But it might have to come all the way back down to this W. We'll see. That looks pretty good. I'm going to just see if that's actually... Is that a Solana thing? Let's see. That's an Ethereum name. Well, it's on BNB too. It looks like PancakeSwap. Or BSC, I should say. Well, it's on AVAX. I don't know if this is all the same coin, so it looks like it's on several chains. Well, that's the ETH address. Well, but that's on AVAX. Actually, AVAX is a chain that I don't have much experience with, to be honest. Oh, what did I just click on? Wojak. Well, nonetheless, I kind of like Wojak, actually. I just don't want to buy right here. I'm going to let it at least come back down and test the lows here. Michael's saying I got a double on SCS Soul Casino. Oh, I saw people talking about that. SCS. I guess it's probably that one. That's all the same. We'll look at it against USDC, I guess. Ooh, nice. What do you think the chances of that being a 78.6 tag is? I mean, there was this sort of panic dip too, but I'm guessing that's 78.6. Or 88.6, I should say, maybe. Oh, 88.6. Didn't quite get hit. So even like something like this, and I don't like remember I always try to use the previous structure too, but I mean fair enough. Like even if you would have hit 78.6 right here, that's 0056. Looks like you're banging out a double today. Just barely. So you can kind of see how, you would have had to take some heat, but even 78.6 right here wasn't the worst place to be a buyer. You could have waited for the W, and look at that little cheeky retest, man. Damn. And this is like, if you're new to trading, this is classic stuff here. This is why we like W's. Nice W came in. Sure, if you were right there and you wanted to try to buy that breakout, that's always an okay idea. Or well, it's valid. It just takes more. You have to be right there. You have to be watching the market. But if you miss it and you show up and you see a chart with a W like that you want to buy, but price is up here, just work your order down here at the entry, or I'm sorry, at the breakout level. And it's super common for them to just give you a chance. I mean, I could show you just thousands of times that happens on every time frame. So just keep that in mind. Oh, so Nick's saying not on Solana. Yeah, well, I guess I discovered that when I was looking at the. Nick, that you're. It's hard to keep track of everybody's names, but that's a very familiar looking name. So good to see you, Nick. Maybe you're some other name in our group. I'm not sure, but good to see you. What else can we talk about? I suppose we're coming up on an hour and a half, so probably wrap it up. Definitely still excited about Solana. I'm just not excited about buying memes, trying to ape into memes right now.
Andre asked us when we'll do our own meme coin crypto traders arena on Solana.
I mean, that would be fun. I just I don't know. I don't want to deal with that shit. It's like if we did that, we'd have to. I mean, we potentially open ourselves up to legal scrutiny. Everybody would probably be mad at us when we dump on you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll sell the top definitely. So I don't think it's a good idea. I think we can do some NFTs on Crypto Traders Arena, but let's keep the meme coins out for the moment.
Yeah, NFTs. We definitely have some plans for that down the road. But yeah, I don't know if I want to start a coin. I will say if I did start a coin, I would definitely dump on all of you. So just keep that in mind. I would definitely. That's probably why I won't start one.
Yeah, it's trading, so I'll definitely try to make some money on it. So it's better not to get on that road. Let's not get there. I don't want to even think about something like that. Well, NFTs are a bit different. We can do something nice with them. But meme coins and no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win too. It's like and I don't know the ins and outs of the Jupiter airdrop, but I when you were talking about it earlier, I did see that like somebody was able to farm an insane number of wallets, and then it was a little questionable because they sort of had insider information, it seems like, to even know to do that. And I don't know exactly what happened, but the point is the drama is just
before the stop. Sorry, that guy did the wallets just before they stopped. They do the print screen.
Yeah, yeah.
So was a bit curious about that. 9,000 wallets in a short period of time, just one after the other. Someone knew something and took advantage.
But the point I was going to make is you just can't. If you want to go down that road, you're going to have to accept the fact that you're going to have to take a lot of heat. And I don't really want that kind of heat. I'd rather just stay on the sidelines there or in the background. So I probably won't be launching any coins.
No, let's make money from trading. It's the hardest way to make easy money, but it's nice, clean, and it's available every day because the market is open every day. So why not?
I will say that every cycle has its... it has the people that stand out that end up... what's the best way to say it? Like that end up getting crushed by the end of it. The people that like John McAfee, however you say his name. This last cycle was obviously, and I'm not condoning anybody's behavior, but of course Sam, SBF, Do Kwon. There's always, or even just some of the Twitter influencers that get a little too big for their britches. It'll be interesting to see if this Jupiter guy becomes. I mean, we'll have to see how his behavior. I'm not commenting on the morality of each of these people's behavior, but more just commenting on every cycle seems to prop up a few people, and those people usually undergo an insane amount of scrutiny into the top. So, like, I have a feeling this Jupiter guy might be one of those people. He's just going to make such a dent in the market well, in the whole ecosystem, that he's just opening himself up to a lot of, a lot of scrutiny. So we'll see if he's righteous or not. We'll see if he's what his story is, but I have a feeling he'll be one of those people in this cycle. So let's watch and see who else. Like I could see him being one. Of course, like Justin Sun has always been one, but he's always kind of like Paul was saying earlier. He's always sort of snuck by under the radar in a way. He did. There was a time where they wouldn't let him in the country or something when he was trying to see Warren Buffett and stuff. Like he wouldn't come to the U.S. because he was afraid of. I remember that. That was like, I guess, was that I don't know last cycle. I don't even remember. But point being is, I don't know if I want to be one of those people. So I don't know if it's in, we'll see. Like, we'll see what happens to them. It's like, I don't know. We'll see who it is though. Like who else, what other names are going to be the sort of big names in this cycle? I don't know. But I have a feeling
I think
Jupiter.
we'll find out. It's maybe a bit too early to know
Yeah.
who it is this time. Yeah.
I mean, last cycle, some of
That
these guys ended up dead, like
well,
the developer
yeah.
guy and, anyway, the,
Some people are in jail for creating that app where you can mix the coin and so on.
yeah.
Well, let's make money from trading. Let's stay in the shadows and make money every day. I don't need to get too popular or things like that. I don't need to make I don't know, coins and scams and things like that. You saw what happened with BitBoy. That's an ugly. He's not in
Oh yeah.
jail yet,
BitBoy.
but
I didn't
it's
add him in. Jeez. Yeah.
yeah. So he has his problems, addiction and things like that. Well, I prefer to be in my place that in his place. So slow and steady is the best approach. We are making money. We are enjoying ourselves. Why not? Why we want more than that? We can make it in the top of the bull market. Make some money. I don't know, more or less. Wait 2 years and start over again. And don't wait 2 years. We can day trade. Like Kevin saying, "Well, okay, I could go on traditional market anytime to day trade again. Why
Yeah.
not? Slow and steady, I think, is the best approach. I don't think it's even recommended to make it in a too short period of time. I don't think it's healthy for us. Well, that was the rant for the end of the live stream, I guess.
Yeah. That's a good rant. And remember, like, I mean, trading can be, there's always going to be somebody that, farmed 9,000 wallets and made $2 million overnight or whatever. There's always stories like that and it's easy to get wrapped up in those, but that's not what, that's not what a professional trader is doing. Like professional trading is more like a job you're doing every day. And the goal isn't necessarily to make, I mean, obviously you want to make a lot of money, but like, you don't want to make fast money. You want to make slow and steady money. You want your your equity curve to be slightly moving higher without too many crazy drawdowns. That's the secret. You don't want an equity curve that has like huge dips. You just want it to be grinding higher as you keep, working on your what even could be like a shit win rate. Like a friend of mine's been posting his sort of back testing results or whatever it is exactly on Twitter, but he was on one the other day about how a 43% win rate with less than 6 losing trades in a row over time, was producing pretty good gains. And it's just proof that you don't need to even be right half the time. What you need to do is be right some of the time, and those times that you're right have to pay you better than the losers cost you. And so, like, it's not about making quick money on one trade. It's about, can I take 1,000 trades, be right half the time, and make twice as much money on my winners as I make on my losers? And that's what makes a real trader, in my opinion. That's what makes somebody that's actually doing this as a profession or as a business. Of course, there's always going to be somebody that apes into whatever and makes insane money, but the problem with that kind of trading is the drawdowns will kill you. If you might have some big wins, but if you're trading that way, there's a good chance you're going to have some epic drawdown. and it's just going to wipe out all the work you've done. And I'm sure we all know people in crypto that have made a bunch of money and given it all right back. And so the goal is we don't want to give it back. We want to just make slow money and keep it. It's about as simple as I could put it. So anyhow, Andre saying Warren Buffett's number one rule: don't lose money. Rule number two, see rule number one. Yeah, fair enough. But I would argue that, yeah, I mean, I would say that we have to lose money. Like, if you want to do this, I mean, you don't want to lose money over your whole account, but if you have to at least be open to the idea that you're going to lose money like half the fucking time. Like, you're going to, especially as a day trader. Like, sure, as like a crypto investor, if you've been taking part of these last cycles and you were knowledgeable enough to know when to buy bottoms, or at least buy bottoms or ranges, your probably win rate's pretty damn good as long as you're taking profit. But if you start truly scalping or day trading or swing trading even with the stop, you better get used to taking some losses, because it's 100% definitely going to happen. Anybody that says they have a 100% win rate is just completely full of shit. Yeah, I know what you mean, Andre. Yeah, overall, you don't want to lose money. And you also want to see your equity curve going up, right? If it's going down, slowly down, then there's clearly a problem. But the cool thing is if you're approaching this process as a trader and your equity curve's going down, then that just means there's some issues that need to be corrected. And so you just have to go and identify those and correct them. But hopefully you're not taking just massive drawdowns is my point. Hopefully you're not, banging out a couple big winners and then taking some epic loser that wipes out all of the previous winners. That's a recipe for disaster in this. So anyway, of course, that's why we practice good risk management. And I've heard Paul say before, and I think he's right. If you follow proper risk management and you follow a plan of some sort and stick to it, the chances of you like blowing yourself up is really low, actually. Like, it might be hard to make huge gains at first, but like the chances of like completely wiping yourself out if you're following the rules that like we teach in Capital One, for example, you're not going to blow yourself up. You might not do that well. You might break even for a while, but you're not going to like completely like, annihilate yourself and not be able to trade anymore. And that's only if you're following these risk management practices, So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to teach people to do. And really, we just want our community to be full of people that understand this and have that knowledge so that we can all work together to just find good ideas. And then each of us can see how that idea fits in with our own plan and whether or not we can take it. And so, on our group, we definitely have everything from investment ideas all the way down to scalping ideas every day. So it's kind of easy to, like, for me, I can open up our group and see what people are doing. Usually unfortunately for me, I wake up and I'm a little late to like the overnight trades from everybody trading during their day. But point being is, if I see somebody's idea and I like it, I can go and pull it up and see if it fits a setup that I can trade. And then I take that trade based on my setup, not on theirs. But I wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for somebody else posting it. And the reality is a lot of us trade in a very similar fashion. And of course, a lot of us are also trading our THG indicator, which gives very clear rules about how to enter and where to exit, or at least where to stop out. And so if people are posting those THG ideas, we're kind of all on that page. And if that's, if you're a premium member, you get access to that algo, and that's going to be a very valuable tool heading into a truly up only market. Like, if we get into a place where the entire market's lifting, THG is just going to be a great way to get into some of these ripping trades, because it's basically designed to let you chase into the market a little bit. And it gives you awesome, it just gives you very clear invalidation levels. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. I guess January's over. Here we are into February. I'm sure the year will be over in no time. So we got 50 I guess we got like, I don't know, 48 shows more this year. But we'll be coming back every Sunday until that pi cycle top indicator fires. We'll be doing this Sunday show, and probably after that a little bit too, of course. But that's going to be the warning shot that we're getting ready to retire, hopefully. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll be here every Sunday going forward. So same time, I'll be here on Tuesday, and I did bump up my show a couple hours just to help out the Euros a little bit. So I guess I'm doing it now at I guess it's 19 UTC. Is that right? Let's see. If we start this at 16, yeah, 19 UTC. So yeah, 19 UTC on Tuesday. I'll do another crypto show, and I'll try to get into the smaller names a little bit. And really, for the next couple weeks, probably a good chunk of that show is just me working bids on altcoins, just kind of walking through the ones that I'm bidding on. And then I'll try to throw in a little bit of Solana trading in there too, just because I'm interested in that at the moment. And yeah, that'll be on Tuesday. And also on Tuesday for the London session, Stefan will be live scalping on YouTube. So if you're interested in just seeing how a day trader, has a typical trading day, usually they come up with a few trade ideas during that live stream every week. So check that out. And then that's about it. I guess I should mention Guild of Bulls. I don't know if I talked about Guild of Bulls. Guild of Bulls has fully launched, so go check them out on Magic Eden. That's Hanya's project. I think she's in here probably right now. A fun project, NFT NFT project about like trading. And it's just basically us also trying to will this bull market into existence. I'm just kidding. I think the bull market's coming, actually, whether there's not a damn thing anybody can do about it. Now, the only question is, how big of a bull market do we get? But I think we're probably going to see one here in the next year or two. All right, cool. So that's it. I don't think I have anything else to add. Thanks to everybody that joins us on a week-to-week basis. We appreciate the support. Also, always love feedback if anybody has any. We're trying to clean up our Discord a little bit. We're trying to just sort of make everything as efficient as we can. It's always slow because we're just traders first and foremost. We're not really community managers per se. We're just doing our best. But we are trying to get it to a place where it's brings the most value for people. And really, I think the way we can do that mostly is just through trade ideas. I think one of our biggest strengths is just we trade setups every day and we come up with a lot of ideas. And so I think our best that's our best offering, really, is just constant trade ideas. The only catch is you kind of have to learn the process first so that you can take advantage of them. But if I can help you with that in any way, just reach out to me. Join our Discord, the whole bit. And I will talk to you all soon. So have a good rest of your weekend. And I don't know, let's have fun this week trading. Take care.